Hey gamers, welcome back to the channel. Today in Godforge, I'm going to cover a series of updates that the game is going through. There's a lot of cool things happening within Godforge and the development team, adding things, incorporating feedback. I picked out some things that I'm super excited for, and I'm wanting to share it with you, get your thoughts on it. So let's get into it. All right, and welcome back. Really quick, before we jump into it, just a couple things. I want to set the cadence so you understand my approach to Godforge, especially since there's no beta or anything right now. I am making content off of Simon and Fateless's content. It feels kind of weird making content off of other people's content, but my approach is going to be putting out videos on this once or twice a month to keep up with some of the updates. There's a lot coming out from the team. Make sure you go to their Discord if you're not a part of it already. I'll have a link in the description below. The two videos I'm going to be covering, pulling some information out of, are these two right here that you see on my screen. You can get that in the latest videos. There's other updates that have happened and things that they've talked about that I'm not going to cover. I'm covering really a few things that I am very excited about. So again, something I want to share with you, but this is where you get the information. So with that, I got to get my notes up here over on this side. Let's talk about this right here. So in that first video, the one that was up on the top, when I did a review for this, there's some things that I called out, and one of the things that I called out was just around world immersion, the game pulling you in, making me want to come in, log back into the game because I care about the world that these people are creating and the characters that are being crafted as well. And that was a little low on that. What I'm pulling out and what I want to bring some attention to is what I feel is going to really help with that world immersion and create that want and need to jump into the game. At least from my perspective, I'd be very curious to hear from all of you as well. So they're going through this campaign revamp, and they showed this tool that they use just to kind of quickly put it up and create, I don't know, template, put something together so they can visualize it. This first screenshot here, you can see they're adding some stuff. So we've got our main journey, so your main campaign. You've got elite and bosses. You've got side nodes. So what they're doing is they're creating more depth and what I feel like is more exploration as you move through the campaign. Rather than just your normal campaign and you're moving from node to node to node to node, then you're going to the next chapter or realm and node to node to node to node. They're creating this depth that I think is very cool, and I'm super excited because from what I understand, this is going to be available in the next beta that's going to be coming up. So I'm excited to try it out. So let's show some examples of that. This next screenshot, or this paused space right here. What I wanted to call out on here, they're them again setting up this visual. So you've got this elite node that was beat, and then you unlock this heroic mode. You've also got like these minor bosses, just again, some additional depth to the campaign mode. Over here, this was cool. This is a campfire node, right? So you're going along your journey. It's really cool to hear these guys talk about it. So definitely, if you want to know more and go into a little bit more detail, definitely watch the video. But listening to them talk about it, it's just like sitting around the table playing some tabletop D&D, right? You're traveling down your path. You've got this, you set up a camp, so that you could rest. So you're going across your campaign here. You come across a campfire node. And then in that node, maybe you have a traveler come up, a traveling salesman, right? Coming up, a vendor, whatever you want to call it. And he's traveled the realm and he's picked up these different objects and stuff. And you can buy some of these objects at discounted prices. This is kind of how they explain it. And I think it's really cool. Again, adding to that immersion and bringing the world alive, I think is really cool. A new mode too. I thought this was really cool, and I'm not sure I've really seen this in kind of like a campaign journey as you come across this, but a horde node where you're coming across waves and waves and waves of enemies. They're coming to you. You're not moving to them. They're coming to you. So typical horde mode. I'm very excited to see how this gets portrayed in the game. We may just have our standard setup. Then you got a wave of enemies coming up. You defeat them. You got another a wave of enemies. Typically what happens is you're getting overwhelmed with these waves. So I'm curious to see how this turns out. You can see multiple waves, and then you've got a mini boss, then you got multiple waves. You got different milestones here with this mini boss. So I think the thought is you get as far as you can in this horde mode, and then maybe you can't get any further. So then you continue along your journey, and then you come back, and then you fight this horde mode again until you can eventually finish this campaign. Same with that heroic mode, that heroic node back here that we called out. Maybe you can't beat it now, so you continue along your path, and then you come back to it. That's what I like these guys were talking about, just adding more incentive, not to just power through the campaign, but to explore. And then if you hit a wall with these heroic modes, you just continue along the regular campaign. And then once you build up your team and you feel strong enough, you can come back to these nodes, and then you can battle them. And maybe you're coming back to them multiple times, like with this horde node. Maybe you're coming back 2 or 3 times in order to complete it. I think it's really cool. It's very exciting. I can't wait to test this out in the beta. So that was that one video. There's another one. I'm only going to take a piece out of it. And I know it's a pretty short video, but I'm super excited about this right here. This is the Sanctum, and here, I'm going to play it a little bit here. He shows going from your typical world hub, where you have all your different areas you can go into, your campaigns and your stores and things like that, your summoning portal. He goes, and they've taken this 3D approach. I'm just going to play it while I talk through it. So like straight ahead of you, that's going to be like your summoning. And then maybe what you can do is you can duck into these different alcoves. Maybe up there to the top left, you're going to see a market, something like that. So let me go ahead. I'm actually going to move it up just a little bit. There's the look there. Just going in and out of these different areas. I think this is really cool. And it's something that I don't really see very often when it comes to the World Hub and selecting stuff. So it'll be interesting to see if this is something that moves into the game. This is something that they're playing with. Now it's going to take quite a bit more work. Maybe it's going to take up more memory. It's going to heat up the phones. I'm sure they got to work through a lot of that stuff. I know that through the feedback, they're addressing other issues like phones heating up, phones being able to manage. From the PC perspective, they say everything has been working fine. They're really trying to optimize it for the phones. But also when it goes back to the campaign, trying to make it they were getting feedback that it was too difficult. So they're trying to address that while they're trying to build more of an adventure type feel as you're moving through it. And then this right here is like the epitome of world immersion, where you're being drawn in. You can walk through the world. I really like it. I think it's cool. I hope they're able to figure out a way to bring this into the game, because again, I just think it's something really cool. So next, I want to talk about art. There's some feedback about it as well. I was pretty critical about it. I wasn't the only one, but they've taken that feedback as well. And I'm sure a lot of this is in the pipeline, right? Again, this was their first major play test. So there's a lot of polish and stuff that they were working on in the background. So eventually we knew it was going to come around. But look at the before and after on this guy here. You've got much more detail in the feathers and in the armor. I'm going to move around. I'm going to let the video play through here a little bit just so you can see more life. He's actually moving as he's standing there. You've got the flow in the cape, the detail in the shield, and again in the feathers. There's a lot of cool things that they've added to bring the character more to life. And when we talk about world immersion, this is another piece that I feel is important, just to bring to life the characters, bring you into the world, something very cool to look at. They've done a great job here. There's other examples in this video of some really cool artwork as well. So definitely focusing on this also. They've got about 100 people working on this game, everybody working on all the different facets of feedback, and I think it's really cool. And something that I've always said about Fateless and Simon and everybody connected to this project, I love the communication with the community, constant updates. It's been really cool to see, because I really haven't had that look of what development looks like from the beginning to the end. And this is a really cool look at that whole journey that they're going through. So I really enjoy that. I like the updates. I commend them for their communication and how candid they are with receiving and actioning on the feedback that they get. All right, everybody, that is what I had for you. Some very cool stuff here. Again, the link to the official Discord will be in the description below. Definitely check it out. Check the full videos out so you can get all the details from Simon. You can really feel the energy and the excitement as well. A lot of cool stuff. All right, everybody, that's what I had for you. As always, I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch the video. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button and share your thoughts and questions in the comment section below. Take care, everybody. We'll talk to you next time.